Hey everybody, I'm back with another update of what's happening here in Southern Utah, and today I'm back out here in Hurricane at Utah Prep Academy. Today we're doing something a little different as we get an inside look here at Utah Prep, where we get to interview some of the coaches, some of the school staff, along with some of the players. A lot of people have heard about AJ Dybantsa, the BYU commit that's the #1 player in the country that's playing right here in our backyard. Now, not only just him, but we've got kids from all over the world. We've got all the way from China to Australia and New Zealand to England, as well as Colombia, and that's just to name a few. We also have some kids that were raised here and are playing at this school as well. So really cool stuff happening, both basketball as well as their new golf program that they're just barely rolling out. Really look forward to showing you everything that's going on. So let's get started. So first off, we're here with Angie Kazir, the admissions director here at Utah Prep. Thanks for having us, putting this all together.
Thanks for coming out. This is awesome.
It's been an awesome day. Tell us, what is Utah Prep Academy and how did it end up here in Hurricane?
So Utah Prep is a prep school for 9th grade to 12th grade students, boys and girls. It really focuses on helping each student become a leader and the best version of themselves, whether it's through athletics, academics, leadership training. You know, we have our basketball program that's a really elite basketball program. We have 3 teams that compete nationally. So we don't compete with like the Utah High School Athletic Association. It is the prep school schedule and they compete nationally. So they do a lot of traveling. We just announced our golf program, Utah Prep Female Golf Academy. And so same, that we want to make sure that these athletes are getting the type of training and coaching to learn the best from the best and be the best in their field. One of the values, like our mission as Utah Prep, is to be a launch pad for leaders for life. So we have leaders in there on purpose. We really focus on champion mindset with our students and our student athletes, and learning leadership skills, because whatever avenue that they're going to pursue, whether that's, you know, playing at the next level in basketball or going PGA with golf or just being a leader in their prospective field in the future, we want to be that foundation for them to be that launch pad to send them to the next orbit of what their success looks like. Prep schools are new in Utah,
Yes.
right? It's not it's, you know, back east and in the Midwest, it's more of a normal thing to have a prep school. It's a new thing here in Southern Utah, so it's exciting to have it here. We have about 50% of our students are international. The other 50% are from the United States, some here local, and then some that have moved here and live on our campus.
That's so cool. Yeah, we've got kids from all over the world that we've met so far today. So
it's exciting, isn't it?
So cool.
Yeah.
So cool. Well, thank you for having us. Really appreciate it. Love what you guys have started here and look forward to seeing what it turns into.
Awesome. Thanks, Pray.
All right, so now we're here with Coach Keith Smart, who is the new head coach here at Utah Prep. Most famously known for the shot in 1987 National Championship, Indiana over Syracuse. So first off, I want to say thanks for having us. Appreciate it. You also have had a pretty illustrious NBA coaching career, some college level. Now you're here at Utah Prep. Tell us a little bit about your history of coaching and what led you to Utah Prep.
Okay, so I started off my coaching. First, things happened in the show.
Yeah.
But I started off with my coaching was in the minor leagues.
Okay.
My last year I played in France, and I came home, and one of the coaches the owner from Fort Wayne, the Fort Wayne Fury, used to be the old CBA, now it's the G League, wanted me to come there and coach. So I went there to play, and then I became player and coach. And the next year I became coach. So I coached Fort Wayne for 3 years, and then I got the call to go to Cleveland and work with them. Started off in player development. I was like the 5th coach on the team, or 4th coach on the staff. But it was player development. First time they were doing it, we had myself, a sports psychologist, strength conditioning coach, and we met every 10 days. And so we talked with the players who were first-year rookies and going to their second year. And so that's where I cut my teeth in coaching, getting to the professional ranks. And then from there, I went to Golden State. Spent 9 years with Golden State. Went from there to Sacramento Kings, coached there for 2.5 years. Moved on from there, went to Miami and was there. And my coaching just exploded from there. And then from there, Memphis, then New York Knicks, and then to Arkansas.
Woo Pig Suey.
Woo Pig Suey, yeah.
And now you're here in Southern Utah.
Here in Utah.
So through all of that, what is the difference between coaching pro athletes and coaching student athletes? And what do you enjoy most about coaching student athletes?
So the professional players, they already have an idea of what they want to do. They know how to play, they want to play, but they want to get better. So they want to have a definite plan for you to have for them so they can move forward. I remember when I was at Miami, and Chris Bosh, who's a Hall of Famer, they're all-star, all-pro champion. And when I came up on the floor and he was sitting in the chair, and he just said, "Coach, you got a plan for me." And I'm thinking, what kind of plan do I have for you? And he said, every day when you come on this floor, have a plan for me. So every day I had a plan for him. And so I understood how important that is. Even the best of the best of the best, they still want to get better. How can I get better? And so coaching the pros and then moving into college, they want to try to get to the NBA. So those guys are preparing, not only preparing them for to play, but also the game of life. So you're sharing with them what you must do, the life of a professional athlete. You're only 1% you're going to make it. Everyone thinks they are going to make it, but only 1% will get there. And what's going to cause them or allow them to have that chance to get there is going to be their character. Obviously, every scout knows about their production, how they play, how they shoot, how they defend, but they want to know what kind of person are you? What kind of your teammate are you? How do you get along with coaches? So I'm able to share with them because I've sat in those rooms. I've been there when it's time to draft someone, and what the scouts are saying and what people are saying before their name is called. I had a chance to go to the lottery pick presentation when I was in New York City, and just hearing the conversations from each of those other people around me at that time. So I understand that part. Now I'm here in high school. I had no idea that I would ever be in high school. It was a miraculous sign that I got here, how it happened. And but I'm coaching them, and I tell the kids, I coach you no different, or teach you to train you no different than I do with a top level player. And I've been around some of the best in the NBA right now. In the past, been around them, had a chance to watch them and watch where Steph Curry was just Steph Curry, and now he's Steph Curry.
Right.
So I've watched that evolution with he and Monte Ellis, Steven Jackson there, and all lists of players that I coached in different places.
Yeah. No, it's super cool. Good stuff. Well, thank you again for having us. Appreciate it. Best of luck here with Utah Prep, and keep doing the good work.
Thank you.
Thanks, man.
Yes.
So I'm here with Coach Vi, who is the strength and conditioning coach here at Utah Prep. He's the one that builds these kids' bodies. So first off, tell us your role of here at Utah Prep and what you do to train these kids.
Okay, my role is to keep these kids durable. So working on their flexibility, balancing their body so they have less injuries. So we focus more on form and technique and try to balance their body out so they're ready for college.
And what types of training? Give us a few examples.
So a lot of things that we do for hip flexibility, we do kickboxing, and it helps just their range of motion, their hips, and all our power is generated in our hips. So it's good to have really loose hips. So I don't focus on how much weight they lift. It's just all form and technique.
Got it. Makes sense. I wish they would have taught that when I was growing up, but they didn't. And what is the biggest thing you want to instill in these kids as the strength and conditioning coach?
Mine is just for them to work hard, to do the best they can, because each kid's different. So we always have to adjust weights and different lifts for kids because their body's a little different. So there's things that we add and take away from certain athletes. And then we always work their flexibility. So I just want them to be limber and be durable for when they play. They're always on the court. They don't have any little injuries that are always affecting them when they're playing.
Awesome. Good stuff. Well, keep up the good work. Appreciate you having us.
Okay, thank you.
All right, so now we've talked basketball and we're going to switch gears into the new golf program that is just getting rolling. I'm here with head coach Chris Mulehall, who's the coach here for the boys and girls programs that are just starting. We actually just went out and played and he taught me a few pointers, so hopefully that helps my game going forward. But anyway, thanks for having us, Chris. Tell us a little bit what the program is and what the vision is for it.
Yeah, so we're standing on our new short game facility that we put in here at Utah Prep. So we'll be able, the students that are living on site will be able to practice and play here. They'll also use the wedge range that we're using the football field. We're going to have kids from all over the world come in, international players, at our world-class facilities and train to be champions. It's going to be great.
How many kids are you going to have, boys and girls, in the program is the goal?
We would ultimately like to have about 24 girls, 24 boys next fall, is where we're headed. And then, you know, in the next couple of years, move over 100 kids in the program.
Very cool. And what types of programs are you going to have? I know you talked a little bit about some junior program stuff. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so we're going to do some summer programs here at Utah Prep and some after-school programs so watch for those on our website. And that's on top of our international players and our kids coming from all over the world to train.
Very cool. Well, thanks for having us. Looking forward to seeing what you guys build here.
Yeah, it's fun.
Thanks, man. All right, so now Angie and I are here with Adam Cheney, who is the headmaster here at Utah Prep over all the academics. It's not just sports here. There is schooling done, and there's a huge emphasis on it, right? Give us an overview of the program and what academics are like here at Utah Prep.
So we set up the academics so that it works for the athletes, whatever field they're in, whether it be the basketball or the golf right now. So we start the program where in the morning they're able to actually do their workouts, be in the gym or be practicing. Then we start the school portion, and it's actually set up as an online in-class hybrid.
Okay.
So we do online classes, but we have a teacher in the classroom. That way, whether it be the golfers traveling to tournaments or the basketball players going to their tournaments, they're able to do their work when they're out of town and when they're traveling, but still have the luxury of having a teacher in class that they can work with face-to-face. And it enables us to make sure that we're focusing on a more holistic approach, combining the academics with the athletics and work them together instead of having them fight, which is kind of how a lot of traditional schools, you have to do the one before you can get to the other. And here we balance them out and they're able to do them at the same time.
And I know you guys have principles that you live by. So Angie, what's the
So
one
yeah,
principle you want to talk
we
about?
talked about what our mission is of being the Launchpad for Leaders for Life, but we have several values that we try to instill with the kids. So one of the things that we all carry in our pocket, and all the athletes and students get this when they come in, is Ginshai. It's one of our values. And Ginshai is a Hindu word, and it means never treat another person in a manner that would make them feel small, including yourself. So that's one of the biggest things that they come in. We really focus on that. I think it's sometimes easy to remember to not make other people feel small, but I think that last piece of not making yourself feel small is difficult for a lot of people, not just teenagers, but adults too.
Yeah, totally.
And so it is one of our values that we focus on.
That's cool.
And it keeps a balance for everyone. The students are more respectful of each other. They're more respectful of the teachers, which enables us to make sure that we're able to teach on a higher level. They're able to work on the court on a higher level, and it helps us keep that, almost that family feel,
Right.
Not just with the staff, but with the students as well.
It's interesting because when you interviewed AJ, I don't know if you noticed when you said, what's one of the great things you love about Utah Prep? And he was like, really how we are on the court with each other and off the court, because they are a family and they treat each other that way. A lot of them live here together, right? Some live off campus, but they still treated each other like a family. So I think it's one of the principles that we focus on.
That's awesome. Good stuff. Well, keep it up. I love the focus, the vision, the Launchpad for Life concept. I think is really cool. So keep it up. Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Okay, so I'm here with AJ Dybantsa here at Utah Prep, who's the #1 player in the world. For one, thank you for having us. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
First off, where are you from?
I'm from Brockton, Massachusetts.
And what made you come to Utah Prep?
Just the environment. I mean, there was JJ Mandelquit that really recruited me and his dad.
Okay.
I played with him 2 years on the USA circuit. And I just wanted to play with him, and then we tried to kind of build chemistry from there.
Very cool. And you are committed to BYU Cougars.
Yeah.
Obviously, everyone. I'm from here in St. George, so got a lot of Cougar fans that are watching this. What are you most excited for next year at the Marriott Center?
Just playing in the Marriott Center.
I was there last week actually, and I just envision next year place is going to be pretty loud.
Yeah, it's loud now, but it's gonna be loud.
Oh yeah, it's had a history of loudness there. So
Yeah.
Last question, who is the GOAT?
Michael Jordan.
Oh man.
Pulls up, three-pointer. Bang! Bang! It's good.
But clarify, him and LeBron,
1A, 1B.
1A, 1B. You heard it here. How long you been here in St. George?
Been here for about 4 or 5 months now.
How you liking it?
Yeah, been enjoying it, you know, being able to, you know, get a different experience, different vibe, obviously being in a different country, but for the most part, yeah, just been enjoying the experience so far.
And lastly, we got 2 questions. Who's your favorite current NBA player?
Favorite current, it's Stephen Curry. I think it'll always be him, yeah.
Okay. And who is the GOAT?
Like, you know, it's controversial, but I take Michael Jordan. Like, LeBron's a very close second, but yeah, Michael Jordan, my GOAT.
All right, we're 2 for 2 on that so far.
Yeah.
It's all right. It's all right. We'll take that. All right. So, what is your name first,
Xavier Staten,
and where are you from?
Las Vegas.
And most importantly, who's the GOAT?
Jordan.
All right. All right. All right. So I'm here with JJ Mandequit, who is one of the pioneers of this place. You've been here since really the beginning, right? What's it been like to see the change as Utah Prep has grown?
Yeah, it's been crazy. I mean, I've been here since the beginning, from before we even had this campus. So now for us to be here, have a great campus, have a great staff around us, you know, classrooms, dorms, the facilities that we have here, it's been great to see the program grow.
Who is the GOAT?
Michael Jordan.
Is it close?
Stop it. Get some help.
Yeah, but I don't think, nah, but LeBron's not going to beat him, but it's close.
Okay. All right. I guess we'll be okay with that. Okay, now I'm here with Jackson Rasmussen. Jackson, thanks for having us.
Yeah, of course.
First off, where are you from?
I'm from Boise, Idaho,
And where are you committed?
to the University of Idaho.
Tell us, what's your favorite thing about playing at a school like this?
I think it's just like getting to travel all over like the country and the world, honestly, seeing all these new places and just playing against high-level competition.
And who's the GOAT?
Michael Jordan.
I'm Michael Jordan.
Is it close?
Yeah, I would say it's close, yeah.
With who?
LeBron. LeBron's close second.
All right. Sounds good. Thanks, man. Appreciate
Of course, yeah, thank you.
All right, so I'm here with Aaron Malone, who was actually playing for Hurricane High School prior to coming here to Utah Prep. Tell us the difference between playing at a public high school versus playing here at Utah Prep.
I feel like I've gotten more athletic overall. My quickness, defense, efficiency, just everything. It's all improved.
I did see you hit a 3 over AJ in practice a few weeks ago. Tell me a little bit about that.
It's a crazy experience. I love getting to play with him. It's fun.
That's awesome. And who is the GOAT?
Michael Jordan.
Is it close?
No.
It's not close. Wow, it is not close. Okay. All right. Thanks, man.
Yeah.
And that's a wrap, guys. As you can see, really cool stuff happening here at Utah Prep. Really looking forward to seeing this school to continue to grow. For more info on what's happening here in Southern Utah, you can call me or text me 435-357-1619 or find me on Facebook, LinkedIn, or Instagram. Thanks, guys.